Hello, how is everyone doing today? So we're just going to jump right into this. I'm starting off with my base primer. I want to keep my face have a primer, but I also want it to be a little bit, have a little bit of moisture on there because it's going to help my foundation to stick. So the other day I did a very simple natural glam. Now today I'm kind of taking it with a little bit of, or a very simple natural look. Today I'm taking it with a little bit of a glam twist. So I'm going to start with my foundation. The other day I just had the glow drops right on. Today I'm going to do foundation because I want more of a coverage. It just kind of depends on what you want. If you want more of a full coverage, then I would definitely go with a foundation underneath. Or, but if you want just more of a simple glow, then you can put the glow drops underneath. So, but today I want more of that full coverage look and flawless look. So, foundation. And I'm just making sure it's all patted in all over. My skin is very dry, so I'm gonna be, if you need tips for dry skin, let me know, because that is one thing that I am working on right now, and I have even asked some of my colleagues on what they do. So because it's warm out and I want this to last all day long, I've got different things that I'm going to do. I'm going to be putting my primer or my setting spray on in between. Gonna let that sit just for a second. Okay, so I'm gonna go to my blush next, and I'm using my Sweet Cheeks. Same thing as I did with my Natural Glow the other day. Today I'm gonna use it also on my lips. You can use it on your eyes as well. Today I'm going to do something else on my eyes, so I'm not going to use it on my eyes today. So I'm just going to, with my angled brush, lightly pat this in because I don't want it to go too far. I just want to blend it. See how that just nicely blended it in. I want to keep the color, but I just want to, I don't want that harsh line, so I'm just kind of lightly blending up and down with it, and then back into my hairline. Voila. Okay. Again, same thing as the other day. Jelly bean on my lips. This is a lip plumper. But it's very hydrating, so it's good for everybody. So even like all the little girls that are starting to want to play with makeup, the Sweet Cheeks or any of our cream blushes are really good. And then they can use it as a balm. And then also this, you know, the lip plumper is really good because it's just kind of like a lip gloss, but it's a smaller size for them. Okay, now we're going to go into a little bit more of that twist, and we're going to do something different on my eyes. We're going to use this beautiful eyeshadow palette here. Some of those colors might seem a little bold to you, don't worry. I'm going to show you how to use all of them, and so that way they won't be so bold. We're going to start with this really light color here. Swoosh it in my brush. And this I'm going to swoosh all over my lid. There's a couple different techniques that we can do for this, but I really want it on my lid. Do that washer in that corner. And I'm going to go on up just a little bit. So you can go all the way up to your eyebrows if you want. But I'm really focusing this on right on the lid. Do that swoosh back and forth like that windshield wiper. Okay, that's just a nice little base coat. is what that is. Next, we're going to go to this one here. It's number 37 in my palette. And I'm using my tiny shadow brush. And I'm getting it on both sides. And this one I'm going to go literally just right in the inner corner, out just a little. Because I have that cream underneath, it's not going to be very bold. See how it's just very lightly. And you do take it up just a little bit. For me, I have a little bit of that hoodedness, so that's why I am taking it up just a little bit above my crease line. So that way it can be seen when eyes are open. And it's going to help to open the eyes up a little bit too. Next, we're going to take this color here, which is my favorite color. I use it a lot. I use it almost on every single person. As you can tell, I use these two a lot. And we're going to dab this on the outer corner. So kind of all of that outer part that didn't get covered with the other. We're going to go back with the brush that we used with the cream, and we're going to blend all of this. Just real lightly blending. Blend, blend, blend. So because of that cream, it's kind of just like helping to fill in any gaps and blend it all nicely together. I'm taking my brush that I had my foundation on, and I'm just kind of patting it around my eyes to get rid of anything that kind of dusted down. Now you may be thinking, well, you haven't used that dark color yet. That's where I'm getting to now. Okay, so now with this dark color, we're going to use it a couple different ways. Trying to find the right brush that I want to use for it. Yeah, that'll work. Oh, that one might work too. Ooh, that one. Okay. So we're going to use it a couple different ways. The first way is I'm going to get it wet with my, you can either use water or you can spray it with your setting spray. So I just want to get it a little damp. And I'm using my angled brush. It's actually a groom and fill. So on the other end is like for lashes and your eyebrows that you can help. So I'm using my angled brush. I have it damp now, and I'm going to dab it right into this dark color, going straight in, and I'm going on both sides. If you haven't figured it out yet, I'm going to use this as like an aligner. So I've got to put everything down because I do use my other hand just as a steadiness. And I'm going to literally go right where I would put an eyeliner. Yes, I'm using purple as an eyeliner. Yes, in today's world, it is totally okay to do it as long as it's not too bold. If you want it to be bold, be bold. Who cares what people think? So I'm just dabbing it. I'm not like brushing it on. I'm just literally dabbing it. And then I'll go back through a little bit. See how that helped to line that? And because I had it damp, that's why it's really sticking for me. Now you could use an eyeliner and then do this to give yourself a little bit more of a bold cut look. I just want a real soft look today, so that's why I'm not doing it. I'm going to do the same thing up on top. close to my line. And if you can tell, I am getting a little speckles on me, which is fine. We'll get them off. Just means my brush is getting dry, but the powder isn't sticking to it. There we go. Now, when you have like that, you can take your foundation, or you can even take a concealer. I'm just going to go back to my foundation and lightly, I'm going to press in. I'm not going to swoop. I'm just going to press. And that just takes it right away. Now, if you're wanting just a tad bit more of a color up there, like for a little bit more of a pop, you can take, this is actually my Precise Crease brush, and I'm just going to dab it into my color here. And I'm just going to do like a V here. Doing a V while it's all on the brush. This is kind of going to give you a little bit more of a smoky and give you a little bit more color. And then you can blend that. Just going to dab it in. Go back to your swoosh brush that you used. And just fill it in. Anyone that knows me knows that I love purple, but these are some of our all-time top products or colors as well, so that's another reason why. Okay, so before we do mascara, you can do eyebrows if you wish to do eyebrows. Some people are more of an, or definitely eyebrow people. But I'm going to go into my glow drops now. So, glow drops I'm going to put on the back of my hand. And I am going to take I'm actually going to use that blending brush, and I'm just going to dab it in. I'm going to go down my nose. I'm going to go right under my eyebrows. So I'm using it kind of like a highlighter. I'm going under my eyebrows. Just going to brighten that up. Blend this in a little bit, elongating my nose. I'm going to also go into the crease, the inner crease of my eyes, to brighten that up a little bit. So that's another way you can use glow drops. Another thing you can still do with it, I'm going to get just a little bit more product here. Still using that brush because it's a really good, easy one to do. You can use it to give yourself a little bit of highlight on your cheekbones. And then even right on the kisser. Voila. I use one of my makeup off wipes to wipe it off, any excess of it off. And I like to make sure that my fingers are completely clean if I like how things are looking before I go into my mascara. This mascara is literally the bomb. If you haven't tried it yet, let me know and we can get together so you can try it. Or you can definitely just purchase it because we do have the happiness guarantee. But literally this mascara makes you look like you have lashes without putting extensions on, without putting falsies on, any of that. And they're very good for sensitive eyes. Last night was one of my nights where I ended up needing to just get to bed and not even worry about makeup, taking the makeup off or anything. And my eyes were okay this morning with having the mascara on. So this is a tubing mascara, so it makes sure that every single lash is getting the product on it, and it's making it fuller and longer. All that jazz. If you have a little clump like that, just take that groom where it doesn't have anything on it and run it through it. I'm going to do just another little bit of coat on the bottom here. And another quick one on the top. Just to really make them pop. See how the lashes just really just popped now? And if you wanted to clean up underneath, you can clean that up just a little bit with like a Q-tip, or even that, it's called my tiny eyeliner. It's a really good one to clean things up underneath. You can take the light color and just go right underneath. Just kind of covered some of that, brightened that back up, cleaned it up. Voila. Alright, y'all, so there is how I take my simple look that I used yesterday. So I used same 4 products that I used yesterday. Glow drops, so today I added in foundation and the eyeshadow palette. So, but otherwise we have, oh, and your priming and setting spray. This is also good for your hair, by the way. So we have, yesterday I used our glow drops, and today we use our cream blush, our lip jelly, and our mascara. That's how I created a very simple, natural look. And then today I added in a little bit more of a glam look to it because I wanted it more finished off. And so I used my foundation and eyeshadow. So 4 and 6 too. So 6 products to create this look that'll last me now all day long. Alright, if you need help figuring out colors, or you want some help figuring out how to use the products that you have, let me know. Even if they're not products that I necessarily sell, I will still help you to be able to use them, because I want you to be able to use what you have and love what you have and feel beautiful, because that is what it's all about. is feeling beautiful and confident so we can go out and conquer the world. So I hope you all have a beautiful day.